Woo 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 guys, welcome back to Trollfield. Yes, we have Mr. Trollfield with us today and I just need to speak for him. Okay, no problem. There we go. We'll speak for him, no problem. And today we're gonna troll maths. Yeah, first of all, we need to troll maths. And the question is, why no Nobel Prize for maths? Well, that is a question that troll a lot of mathematicians all over the world. And this is the first thing. Why no Nobel for maths? Well, first of all, let's discuss the history of Nobel Prize. Well, this guy here, this one, right? This guy here is Alfred Nobel. Obviously, we know all about that he invented the Nobel Prize, but there was nothing like inventing the Nobel Prize. He was an entrepreneur, an inventor, a scientist, a philanthropist, blah 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 something, etc. etc. Well, first of all, he was a very good person. Like he wanted to do something for society, but instead did something like this. Yes, he invented the dynamite. Now, that's when he discovered that he has done a very great problem because after that dynamite to the terms which it was not invented to. First of all, if this was just small cylinder of fiber which contains pinch of TNT and other materials, and boom, like that happened. Well, he actually invented it to just burst mountains so that they could build roads, but it came out to be another thing to kill humans instead. So that's where he was losing his capability of inventing things, and he had invented something that was used for mass massacre rather than using for bursting mountains. But then when time came, he wrote a last will, and in last will he had specified that he would provide prize monies for all inventors around the world. Now that was a happy news for all physicists, all chemists, all biologists, and all mathematicians. But when the last will was read, it was given that there was no prize for mathematics. Now that was the turning point for Nobel Prize because many people did not think about the consequence of this, but mathematicians knew that this means the mathematics was not given a proper place in science theory. But that kind of piece of paper just trolled thousands of mathematicians around the world, including me. Yes, me. No problem. Why? Then why? Why this trolling with a mathematician? Why do you do this, Alfred Nobel? Well, there are two theories explaining. One being a more trolling, or more funnier than one. Let's talk about the number one or the more trolling one. Well, this is Nobel's wife. Well, most probably, normal people say that she's some Austrian girl with some a different name like Jean Austen Baptist type. But this is Nobel's wife or Nobel's girlfriend, you can say. And this is Costa Migler Leffler. He was a big mathematician. Like his mathematical theories and books were like rampant during those days in mathematicians. He was the inventor around 36 theories in mathematics, and he was so much into mathematics that many people try to get greedy of him, jealous of him. What is this guy? But that what happens, and according to certain sources, like I am specifying this thing according to certain sources, Nobel's wife and this Costa Migler Leffler got connected by something like the middle heart. Now that's what happens. Now when something like that happens, obviously the main character of the husband gets into something like that, and thus Alfred Nobel decided no Nobel Prize for mathematics. That what certain sources tell about mathematics. Now I seriously was hurt by this theory because normally people do not take such personal cases into professional life. You cannot hurt around millions of mathematicians around the world just for these kind of things. Well, then I searched a lot about this and I came to know that there was another theory. Where is the real theory as it was given by the University website? And it is told that Nobel, an inventor and an industrialist, did not create a prize in mathematics simply because he was not particularly interested in mathematics or theoretical science. His will speaks of prizes of those inventions or discoveries of greatest practical benefit to mankind. Probably as a result of this language, the physics prize has been awarded for experimental work much more than for the advances in theory. Now, what does this state? Like he considered mathematics to be a theoretical science rather than a practical science. That is, the mathematics did not have a practical approach to anything. It did have theoretical approach, it did apply to physics, chemistry, biology, anything, but it did not have practical purposes. Even for that, he also said that the physics prize should be given to only for practical purposes rather than theoretical physics. That's why after many years, we have Pauling not getting the Nobel Prize, but after a practical work he done, he got the Nobel Prize. So he tried to troll rather than mathematicians. He tried to troll every other physicist who did only theoretical work. You cannot only put something forward only theoretically. You need to explain it experimentally. Where a maths, there is no way of proving it experimentally. You can only do it theoretically, and that was the main case with Alfred Nobel. But well, he did not consider mathematics a very practical science and not applicable. Whatever the physics does with mathematics, there is no problem with him. Like he invented dynamite, but there is no mathematics involved, so he does not do that. But don't worry, mathematicians, I'm with you and the whole world is with you. As we call the Fields Medal, that's right. Now, Fields Medal is a prize that is called the Nobel Prize for Mathematics. It is the biggest prize in the history of mathematics. Another prize which is very, very useful in mathematics is the IMU prize, the International Mathematical Union Prize. Now, that prize is given to a lot of mathematicians around the world for theoretical cases. Practical cases are included in both Fields Medal as well as in the IMU prize. Another prize which includes is the Wolf Prize, which is another highly honored prize in the field of mathematics. That's how Alfred Nobel trolled thousands and millions of people around the world just for the sake of her wife and a mathematician getting together, and or because it was not a practical science. But they should know that without mathematics, physics, chemistry, and nothing can be put together again and again. So that what the mathematicians got trolled with, and one of the biggest trolls in mathematics world was this, where the No Nobel Prize for Mathematics.